Tracy Brabham Labour Kim Leadbeater Labour A by-election was held in the UK parliamentary constituency of Batley and Spen on 1 July 2021. Following the resignation of the previous Member of Parliament Tracy Brabham, who was elected Mayor of West Yorkshire on 10 May. Under the devolution agreement, the position holds the powers and responsibilities of a police and crime commissioner, meaning the occupant of the office cannot simultaneously sit as an MP. The by-election was the fourth of the 58th Parliament, elected in 2019. The by-election was won by Kim Leadbeater, retaining the seat for Labour, but with a reduced majority of just 323 votes. The Conservative Party had been widely expected to gain the seat, with some figures in the party blaming their loss on an infidelity scandal that forced the resignation of Health Secretary Matt Hancock the weekend prior to the by-election. George Galloway's socially conservative stance may have attracted some Tory-leaning voters. Galloway stated he was aiming to win over Labour voters in order to oust Keir Starmer as Labour leader. Batley and Spen is a predominantly working-class constituency in the Pennines at the centre of West Yorkshire, considered to be part of the Red Wall. Batley and Spen has been held by Labour since 1997. The seat's largest town, Batley, has a sizable number of residents with South Asian backgrounds, Pakistani, according to the 2001 census. Heckmondwike also has a well-established South Asian community, with 16.9% residents having Pakistani heritage. Other towns in the Spen Valley part of the constituency include Nurstle, Birkinshaw, Cleckheaton, Liversedge and Gomersall. These are generally more suburban and conservative areas, with the exception of Cleckheaton, which has Liberal Democrat councillors. In the 2016 EU referendum, Batley and Spen voted 60% in favour of Brexit. Batley and Spen has been represented by a Labour MP since 1997. Elizabeth Peacock has been the constituency's only Conservative MP, serving from 1983 to 1997. Brabham had held the seat since the 2016 Batley and Spen by-election, which was called after the murder of Joe Cox, the seat's incumbent MP. At the 2019 general election, the Labour majority in the constituency decreased significantly, with a 12.8% drop in vote share by comparison with the 2017 result. On 6 May 2021, Brabham won the inaugural election for the Mayor of West Yorkshire. She was appointed steward and bailiff of the Chiltern Hundreds on 10 May. Vacating her Commons seat, Brabham expressed concern the constituency could switch to the Tories in the by-election, given Labour's heavy defeat in the 2021 Hartlepool by-election, where Labour unsuccessfully defended a similar majority. However, Stephen Bush from the New Statesman argued that Labour were in a stronger position in Batley and Spen than in Hartlepool. On 27 May, the writ of election was made, and the election was scheduled for 1 July. The deadline for nominations was 7 June. The deadline for postal vote applications and changes to existing postal and proxy votes was 15 June. The deadline for new proxy vote applications was 16 June. When the result of the West Yorkshire mayoral election was announced on 9 May 2021, Bob Buxton, Yorkshire Party leader and mayoral candidate, announced that his party would contest the by-election. On 10 May, George Galloway tweeted that the party he leads, the Workers' Party of Britain, would contest the election. On 27 May he announced that he would be the Workers' Party candidate. On 12 May, The Guardian reported that Joe Cox's sister, Kim Leadbeater, and former Labour MP Paula Sherraff were among Labour's potential candidates. On 23 May the Labour Party announced that Leadbeater, a personal trainer and Joe Cox Foundation campaigner, would stand as their candidate. Leadbeater had only recently rejoined the Labour Party, with the Batley and Spen CLP waiving the requirement of a year's membership prior to her selection. On 19 May, the Conservative Party announced that it had selected Highwood councillor Ryan Stevenson as its candidate for the by-election. In June 2021, Reform UK announced that they would not stand a candidate in the by-election in a bid to boost the Conservative Party's chances of taking the Labour-held seat. Paul Halloran, a locally well-known Brexit supporter who won over 6,000 votes for the Heavy Woolen district independents at the previous election, also chose not to stand again, a decision which was expected to favour the Conservative candidate. On the 26th of May, the Yorkshire Party announced that its members had voted for Corey Robinson, a senior medical research engineer who spent his childhood in the constituency, to be their candidate. On the 28th of May, the Liberal Democrats announced they would stand community campaigner Joe Conkey as their candidate. On the 3rd of June, Conkey withdrew for health reasons and was replaced by Tom Gordon, a councillor in Nottingham. Gordon stood as the Liberal Democrat candidate for Nor.